Chapter 12. When the Good Leaves. Big posters was tacked on the telegraph poles all around the little town of Garma. Them posters could be seen in many windows of the town stores, and advertised the coming rodeo and cowboy reunion. Amongst the prizes that was wrote down on the poster was prints from photographs of bucking horses and steers, and taking most of the room, in the center of it was the picture of a bucking horse, which outdone all the others. It showed that horse throwing his riders in a way few riders ever get throwed. Then in big letters underneath was the words, "The Cougar challenges the world's best." The Cougar was the name of a bucking horse, the main attraction and challenger to all good riders of the country. No line was drawed as to where them riders come from or how far, and the purse that was offered for the one that could ride that horse and scratch him was enough to make any good rider want to come a long way and try. Many had come and tried him at other rodeos and where the Cougar had performed, and found that that pony was no ordinary bucking horse, and as all that tried him could tell afterwards, there was more than his bucking to contend with. He was mean. There was murder in his eye, and if it wasn't for the pickup men who hazed him, many a cowboy would have been pawed to pieces even before he could hit the ground. The pony seemed to have a grudge against humans in general. His ambition was for exterminating him off the face of the earth. But there was one thing which the riders noticed in him as most queer, and that was in the way he seemed to hate some humans worse than others. His hate was plainest for the face that showed dark. A story followed the horse, and which kept being repeated as rider met rider at different rodeos and Frontier Day celebrations. It was that the horse had been found on the desert, amongst a bunch of wild horses, and packing an empty saddle. There had been dried blood sticking to the hair along his jaw, and some more on his knees. The horse had been roped and tied down, and the riders had looked for signs or wounds or cuts on his hide, but nary a scratch had been found. The horse was then advertised in the county, and state papers had described as a mouse-colored, blaze-faced